Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is for anyone, wherever you guys are. Hello. What's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. We are in for another day of the Eye Project. Today's lovely specimen is a gentleman named Tom. I'm trying to actually find his email right now. Because I'm not exactly sure what his eye color is. So I could talk to you guys while I try to find it, or I could play another time-lapse video. What would you guys like? Let's see. Hopefully there's not too many people that... Hazel. I found it. No, he's got like black eyebrows, so I'm assuming he's not ginger. It's just like his eyes are an interesting color and the lighting is really dark, so it's like I had to make sure. But yeah, let's see, what is everyone saying today? Guys, there's 19 people here. Please smash the like button, please, and thank you. Let's get those likes up. Helps out a bit around here. All right. I was cleaning up my studio space earlier, or last night, I should say. I watched one of the worst live streams I've ever seen in my entire life. It was fucking terrible. Look, you guys can see me kind of. It was so freaking bad. It was like this SJW stream, and it was basically just them trying to radicalize the LGBTQ plus community. What just happened? Turn on. Peter, if you die on me, I'm going to be so mad. I was about to say, we can't have the stream. It's too cold. My fingers were numb from how cold it is. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this, but the, what'd you call it? Okay, so the High Republic video game got announced, and they like released the trailer for it, and whatchamacallit? Okay, so they released the trailer, all that stuff came out, people were talking about it, but it's not going to be, the game's not actually going to come out for years, right? So it's like, why would you announce it this early? Seems like a pretty dumb idea, but they're Disney and they're full of all the dumb ideas, right? And so, oh shit, that's what I need to get. My terp is inside. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know exactly where it is. It's right by the door. But, oh well. But anyways, so back to my story. And so, like, all the people that were making this big, all the noise about it, and they started this hashtag and everything. And it was this thing called, like, Pink Milk or something. And I guess it's, I don't know, it's some show that they do, but they were basically saying you need to speak out against this and cancel this game and get this game canceled or get some other company to work on it because they don't like the guy that owns the studio that's making the game. And apparently this guy is super woke and everything. Cinnamon deniers. Yeah, I didn't know that it was a big debate that people don't like cinnamon. We were at Costco, and I was like, oh, we need cinnamon. And someone was like, oh my gosh, I hate cinnamon. Like some random person. And I was like, how can you hate cinnamon? And then like it got into this big debate in the aisle I was in about if you like cinnamon or not. And I'm like, how do you not like cinnamon? Like, I don't think I've ever met a human that doesn't like cinnamon, but I don't know. Oh, sorry, I had to get the time lapse ready. I wish I could just get a button for that phone. All right, time to take the socks off so my toesies can still be warm in front of the little heater. Because I have learned that being bundled up helps most of me stay warm, but my toes, for whatever reason, have to be uncovered in front of the heater to be able to get warm. That's very strange. Okay, let's get this. I'm recording. Let's do this. Alrighty. But yeah, so what was I saying? Okay, so beware of zombie pirate. Cinnamon is good for you. Let's see. Load, mofo. I need to see the colors. I was cleaning this off and I messed up some of this. Okay, let me see. Okay, so he's got some pretty light skin and he's got freckles. So this is going to be a fun challenge to paint. Whee! Ah, microphone fell. Is it foggy? What's going on? Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, but the stream was just they're basically saying, oh, if you don't stand up and voice yourself, you're not an ally. And basically like just saying you need to radicalize yourself to fight this, to get this canceled. And then one of the guys told a story about how he was uncomfortable going to church when he was a kid because he was gay, and watching Star Wars helped him and, made him, reaffirmed his faith or something. It made him feel like he could be anything and do anything. And I was like, yeah, look at how great the original Star Wars was, where not everything's shoehorned in, right? And I'm like, good storytelling. What a crazy concept. But they're like, no, High Republic is our era for the LGBTQ plus, and we need to see ourselves in everything. I'm like, mofo literally just said that Luke fucking Skywalker and the original trilogy is what helped him overcome like that uncomfortableness in adolescence, and feeling like he was an outcast because he knew he was gay at an early age and didn't feel comfortable going to church. And Luke Skywalker and the original series, or excuse me, original trilogy helped him. And I'm like, do you guys not see what the problem is here? I mean, your own co-host literally said it right there. But nice hat. Thank you. I know you guys can kind of see me. It's fucking freezing here, so. I found this new artist on Instagram, and she is super, super good. I really like the way that she does like skin color. I want to kind of try out her palette someday. Cinnamon stabilizes the blood sugar. Good for Anna. All right. Didn't know that. Anyone says that I'm not healthy, fuck you. I eat cinnamon. Oh, I love cinnamon and applesauce. Oh, so good. You guys do that? Do you guys ever eat? I love applesauce. It's funny. I think apples are okay, but I think when they're in other things, they're so much better. Like applesauce, apple flavored Jolly Ranchers. I don't mind apple pie. It's not my favorite, but when you have like apple pie and it's warm and you have like ice cream with it, oh, so good. It's so, so good. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't have a cosplay video come out today. I was editing it and like the video, but it was raining so hard. We had like a rainstorm here, and I'm like, I need to go inside my house because I'm terrified out here in this shed, and it's cold and it's raining. And then I was having that feeling like I need to go inside, right? And so we actually have it's weird. We have like 2 mailboxes because our house is like kind of old. And so one of the mailboxes is like right next to our door attached to the house. And there's like a little drop thing that, right next to the door where you open it and you can get the mail like directly in the house. And we never use that because we have like a mailbox that's big that can actually like hold our mail in it. Right. And the mail thing that's in the wall, all of a sudden, because of the rainstorm, like Peaches, he's just like, what is that noise? Is like something leaking? There was water pouring into our house. And so we had to like soak up, we have hardwood floors. And so we had to go and like get towels and basically soak up all of the water from the floor because, that'll mess up hardwood floors. So it was an interesting morning. 2022, build a new art studio. Serious. Like, people think that the picture that I have, like, for the streams, like, before I start playing, the go live and everything, like the little waiting room stream, people think that's my studio. And I'm like, no, I wish that was my studio. This is a tiny little shed I'm in. Oh, my dad used his shed for his artwork. Yeah, me and your dad are in the same boat, it seems. How's that? There's like a giant spider crawling around my studio. So now, like, anytime I hear any like little noise, I'm like, where the fuck is this spider? Because I know it's here. I didn't catch it. Dark values. Dark values. Let's paint this. I know not a lot of people live in California, but with enough notice, like, do you guys think, well, it depends on COVID. When I do a show to like show all of this, will any of you guys be able to make it? I know it'll be sometime like either next year. You still have another 131 to go. I do. Let's try to get that cleaned up a little bit. So since all you wonderful people are here, I have a question for you guys. Now, I know I'm doing my calendar and whatnot, but I've been working on 2 comic books, and they're 2 different stories and everything. And I know exactly where I want like both of them to go and everything. And I started outlining one, and I'm like, I am gonna make this like the longest freaking book ever. But I'm kind of like OCD, and I'm kind of a little bit of a control freak when it comes to like my stuff. And so my thing is like, I know I don't have time to like do art streams every day. I'm not going to have enough time to draw this. And I found an artist that I think is absolutely fantastic for this other story. And so, and I asked them if they could do it, and they said yes. And then I haven't talked to them in a while, so I don't know if that is still a yes or not. But do you guys think I should do, there's the story that I've talked about for a long time. It's like, it's with bugs and whatnot. And it's just like, it's like a dark fantasy adventure story. Or this other one is like a sci-fi. Which one do you think I should do first? How do you choose the initial colors to mix? So you're going to pick colors based on what you see in your reference. And so in this reference, let me see. I'm looking at, well, for when it's a human, you have to look at the color of the skin, and you kind of have to see the colors that are there and be able to like color match it. So what I just mixed, if I hold this up to my photo, will it match the section that I just wanted to, or that I was just, mixing it for? And if the answer is yes, then you move on. The answer is no, then you keep mixing. But so I mean, you kind of need to understand color theory if you can't just color match immediately. So you kind of need an understanding of color theory. And so that's like when you get the color wheel and you say this, this, this. Sci-fi might have more appeal. I think bugs might be a little too girly. Well, so the one with bugs, it's like a war story. And that's the thing. And so it's like, how is this? Like a dark fantasy adventure, but also like a psychological thriller, if that makes sense. But that one, I'm like, I kind of want to draw it myself. I'm just like, I don't know if I have time. And so like the sci-fi one, I probably will have to do the sci-fi one just because it'd be easier if, it wasn't me drawing it. And that way I can just hand it off to an artist and get all that done. So that way I can still do YouTube and do all the promotion and stuff like that. But I know a lot of people want me to do it myself. And so that's why I'm like, maybe I should just try it the first time with another person and see how that goes. Mm. I don't know. Would you guys mind if it, like, if the story and you know how like they all do supplemental books and stuff. So what I would do is, and I planned this out a lot. So the sci-fi one, I would have another artist draw it, obviously, but I would do the outlines for all of the pages, and then I hand it off to the artist and say, okay, here you go. And so what I would do is, like, for that little extra book would be, here's all of my outlines. So you guys can see the whole story through my outlines and notes. And then you could hold it side by side to the final art. Is that something that you guys think is cool or no? Like, do you think that's a bad idea? Pinup art, Anna. Yeah, some people, like, I can do a cover, obviously, for it, and then do it. Do some pinup art covers, etc. Sounds good. Possibly a higher tier donator option. I think I'll add on like a tier for, like, I like what Billy has, like, buy a beer for, or like buy Debbie a drink tier. I think I'm gonna have a buy Peaches a drink tier, because Peaches is gonna have to help me set everything. Yeah, I already told him, like, babe, we're gonna have to start fulfilling these calendars soon. And I'm like, you're gonna help me, right? And he's like, yes. And he's like, how many are you ordering? And I told him, and I started getting all of the packages, like the shipping packages. And he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, babe, it's gonna be a bit. And I was like, it's not gonna stay in our house. Do it as a stretch goal. Do what as a stretch goal? Like a cover, or what are you talking about? You'd rather see your artwork. See, that's the problem. What's the ultimate number one tier? I don't know. The supplemental outline things. Yeah, it'll be my outline of the freaking story. You guys will get to see inside my brain. The Bugs one, actually, both of these are stories that I came up with in college. The Bugs one I came up with back in 2012. And I actually made a puppet. Like, I made a whole stop motion movie with the bugs. I only had 2 characters made. One of the characters' head got smashed, so I only have 1 left. But this story's been around for a long time, guys. All in my head, and then that little movie. But it was a little bit different. Like, because, like, the Bugs one, this is a huge, huge spoiler. It's like the storytelling tactic, because it's like, what I like to do is I like to take ideas that are from, and I'm not saying like story ideas, I'm saying like storytelling tactics that are done in, films or books or comics that I like, or excuse me, that I don't like. And then I try to do it in a way that I would like it. And so there's the book, The Great Gatsby, which I hate. I hate that book with a burning passion. Everybody loves it. It's the bestest book ever. And I hate that book so much. I think it's terrible. All of the characters make me so angry except for Gatsby. I'm like, but he makes me angry too because he makes so many stupid decisions. But it's like, homeboy, she was never going to leave her husband for you. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? You just wasted your whole life, dude. But I don't know. Love is blind, I guess. But that story, it's really about Gatsby. But it's told through what is his name? Fuck, whatever the damn guy's name is. The guy I don't like. The guy that just kind of watches everything happen, right? And so I hated that book. I hated it, but I'm like, it's got really good storytelling tactics in there. And so I wanted to kind of take that model. And so, whatchamacallit? I know he loved her. He's stupid. We all make stupid decisions. You still want any more iPics? Yes. Let me see what I'm at now. I am at 167 volunteers. I know some of them are kind of messed up. Like, I was looking through it. I'm like, this isn't right. And so I need to. And guys, email me at the art of Anna TSWG studios.iproject@gmail.com. It's a great story about terrible people. Longest read ever. He loved her. Well, it really frustrated me, but I love that idea that the person telling you the story isn't the main character. And so, but we're watching everything happen to these people through this person's eyes. And so I thought that was a neat perspective. And so I was like, I kind of want to try that, like, eventually. And so that's kind of the Bugs story. So it's like watching these these people, like being involved in the story, obviously. But aside from everyone listening on this stream right now, I'm not going to tell everyone that's what I'm doing, where the person you think is the main character isn't really the main character of the story. And I don't think I'll ever tell anyone who the main character of the story is until you read it and it gets revealed later. Let's see. All right. Okay. Now that is done, let's put my feet back in front of this wonderful heater. Let's get this out of here. Put it on my little tray. And I had to order new canvases today because I'm almost out. I've got about 5 days left before I run out of canvases. So I need to start prepping these little guys. A lot of what you're saying should be a donation to your option. The more money, the more explanations. Ha ha ha. Make sure you have a contract signed between you and the artist about designs, etc., as well as talk to EVS and mail about them. Oh, yeah, 100%. This artist is someone that everyone in CG knows and everyone likes. He is, well, okay, spoiler, is a guy. He is fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. I don't have a colorist lined up because I might do that myself. I don't know if you guys notice. I really like working with color. So I just might do that myself. If it gets too much, then I'll hire a colorist. But as of right now, like, I kind of, I don't know. Maybe it is because I'm just a little bit of a control freak and I like things done my way. But yeah, I definitely will. John, actually, I've talked to John about it, and he sent me over like the contract, like, stuff. But yeah, those guys are awesome. They're very, it's nice having friends that help you. But yeah, my thing is, if it's going to make, I think the story is good. And I think everyone that I've told this story to, they all really like it. And so, whatchamacallit? Sorry. Yeah, they all really like it and they think it's a good idea. And I mean, I've told both of these stories. I think I've told a few people both stories. And I think, whatchamacallit, a lot of people tell me to start with the sci-fi one, but hire an artist. Because I hate drawing sci-fi. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with hiring an artist for that one. But then the other one, I kind of want to draw myself. And I know a lot of people will, I'm sure people will get mad if I don't draw the book myself because they kind of want me to draw it. And so, like, when I'm doing projects like this, I can't be drawing a comic book and running a YouTube channel plus working. I can't. And then doing the cosplay calendar things. I don't have the time to do all of that. And so basically all my friends are like, do the sci-fi one first, hire an artist, see how that goes. So you'll learn the whole process. You don't have to worry about stressing and drawing it yourself for the first one. And then once you're done with the bug one, then you can release that, whenever it's ready. Nico, thank you for the super chat. How much for the audiobook read by Anna? Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do a stream of it. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I won't because I don't want, maybe I'll add that on as a tier where I don't know, a behind the scenes. Should I make like a behind the scenes video or something? When I talk about it? I don't know. What would you guys like, actually? Let me ask that. You guys, I got an audiobook version. By the way, Nico, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Hard getting up and down that letter. About time you do comic book. I've been working on this for a long time, guys. Like I said, it's been years. But this whole fulfilling process and everything that I'm about to embark under for this, this very fun calendar campaign I'm doing, it's going to be interesting to see how all of this works out. Is my, what is going on? Oh, that's why. Low power mode is on. Fuck that. Go away, low power mode. I need to freaking paint. I'm going to have you turn it off on me. Oh, let me turn down the brightness on here. It's pretty bright for you guys. There you go. Audiobook, no. I remember seeing some of your outlines on your other channel. Yeah, I've shown some of them before. I was just surprised when John was like, whoa, that's actually good. And I was like, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Of course it's good. I'm not going to do a story and art that I don't, that's not good. I know a lot of people thought my Vampirella cover wasn't good, but I don't know how many times I had to explain to people. I'm like, it's a style that my sister liked. It was a tribute to my sister. But people were like, that's terrible. And I'm like, turn it upside down. I think some people were able to see some of the Easter eggs that I hid in there when they turned it upside down. But I don't know. My sister that's still alive got the Easter eggs that were in there like instantly. And so I get it. It's, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not the style that I work in, obviously. But again, it's from my sister. But I mean, I don't think just because you don't like a style doesn't take away from the skill, Documentary. Good idea would be a documentary about your journey creating the stories. It's weird when you film your own documentary, though. No? I don't know. I feel like super narcissistic. I mean, I can like explain to you like my journey. Maybe I should write it. Like write an essay and then have work with an editor to figure out how to like film it. I don't know. Is that something you guys would want to see? Like a documented journey of my stories and all of that? I don't know. What do you guys want? And I'll show you the puppet once I'm done with this eye. What's the cinnamon verdict? 93% of people like cinnamon. As long as you're writing and doing some pinups cover art, don't think people will complain. Interiors take lots of time and effort. Do the art traditional to sell on a campaign. That'll depend on the artist. And honestly, if there's any original art, I kind of want it. I think he works digitally. I think he might have some that are traditional, but I'm more over here like as long as it gets done, If it gets done, it gets done. And if I like it, But he's absolutely fantastic. I really, really hope that he's available when I need him. Because I gave him a rough date on when I'll be able to like start it. And he said he should be, but I know he's got some stuff going on in the family life. So I'm like, dude, just take your time. Just let me know when you're available. Because I really like his work. I mean, your art. Oh, take your time. Vampirella cosplay. Ooh, you guys want to... So I was mapping out... The next cosplay calendar I'll tell everyone what characters I'm going to cosplay as so you guys can get excited. But so I outlined some characters and some ideas. So I want to do a video game calendar, like as video game characters, because I like someone like Lara Croft or Zelda. Get this little section and stuff like that. And then I got a lot of people requesting the chick from Halo. I've never played Halo. Well, okay, I have played Halo. I failed at the little tutorial in the beginning because I can't play first-person shooters. And then I started screaming and I threw the control at Peaches and he picked it up instantly and was like, killed everyone. And I was like, what the hell? This isn't fair. But I'm going off of like the characters that I got the most requests for. And so I got a lot for that chick from Halo. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I can figure out like some World of Warcraft chick I could be. I think that there's a lot that I could do like with a video game calendar. And then obviously everyone, yes, wants me to be Slave Leia. So I was like, okay, I'll do a swimsuit. And so what I was thinking, I might just shoot everything like next year. Because let's all be realistic. I'm very aware the clock is ticking. Yes, I'm getting older every year. So I think what I'll do is I will just shoot everything once I get the costumes and whatnot. and then just start, doing the cosplays. But then I will, like, obviously I'll announce it. But so I was like, okay, let me do a swimsuit calendar of characters that are in swimsuit-like costumes. And then I'll do a video game one, or I'll just do them as I make the costumes, right? And so a lot of people wanted me to be that chick from Halo, so that's obviously the video game one. And then a lot of people wanted me to be Slave Leia, swimsuit one. You see where I'm going with this? And so, whatchamacallit, I think I don't know if I can actually make these things, so I might just find people that make them and like do collabs and like, I don't know, maybe do like a little bit more in-depth projects and whatnot. Yeah. Like Final Fantasy characters and stuff like that. There's so many. I can show you guys my list. Actually, let me pull it up on my phone. So I sent it to Cecil and Drunk and asked them what they thought, and they said it was good. Let me see. Okay, so for video games, it would be whatchamacallit, Lara Croft, Bastila, Aerith, Tifa, Princess Peach, Revan, the female Revan, and I already have like the Revan helmet, so obviously I would use that. Cortana, is that her name? Zelda, Samus, Ciri, and then the Handmaiden from Star Wars. And then the Bikini edition, I would do Savage Land Rogue, Slave Leia, Vampirella, Lilu, the chick from Heavy Metal. I literally just wrote chick from Heavy Metal. You know the cartoon? I cannot for the life of me remember her name. Red Sonja, Wonder Woman, Ariel, Psylocke, Lady Death, and then Revan again. But you remember in KOTOR when you have to like dance? I would be like Revan, chick Revan having to dance. And that one, I was like picturing how I would do that cosplay, and I'd be like, oh, okay, she's got the like the like her helmet and stuff on the floor. Tarna, yes, Tarna. And then what's her face? Selma Hayek in From Dusk Till Dawn when she's a vampire. I do not want to hold a snake, so no snake. Yeah, but so a lot of those, every character that I mentioned was one that somebody, asked me to do. And people were like, Anna cosplays this character. And I was like, fine, okay, no problem. But so I obviously already had all of my characters picked out for this calendar. So those are some of like the most popular requests. But yeah, a lot of people asked for Samus and Lady Death and then Cortana. But when I was thinking of like a Slave Leia that would have to be a swimsuit edition, during the summer. And I kind of wanted to I was thinking about it, and like, how could I do that like in a photo shoot? And I was like, oh my God, I should recreate those iconic pictures of like Carrie Fisher at the beach in the Slave Leia costume. And I was like, maybe I should do that. You could do Samus and Cortana pretty easily. Yeah, I talked with the guy that made the Rogue bodysuit, and I think he made the Samus and Cortana one, or I think he makes those ones, or he can. So I think I might hit him up. I know I wanted to hit him up about a 7 of 9 one. I was like, I'll commission you. Yeah, what do you guys think? Did you guys like those ideas? Those good? Those approved by the chat? Do I have chat approval on those? The tight blue outfit for Samus. So, of course, I'm going to, be the hottest version of the character. I really want to do Zelda. I think Zelda would be fun. Yeah, I got so many requests for Samus. Like everything on that list was requested by someone, maybe possibly in this chat. But Lady Death was a lot too. I know everyone wants Slave Leia. I'm just gonna repeat myself at this point, but yeah, all of you guys, that's what you guys told me you wanted, so I'm trying. Fucking A, I forgot to mix the eye. The eye color, damn it. I wanted to do like a CG book or like a CG calendar of like Comicsgate characters, but I want to wait until I do those, like the ones that everyone requested, and then I'll do Comicsgate characters and like find out which ones everybody likes. And I kind of want to get some of these books too before I dress up like the characters, because I'm like, what if the character sucks, you know, in the book? And so I'm still waiting on a lot of books. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Good idea to wait on the CG book characters. Yeah, for sure, most CG characters aren't even established enough. Yeah, exactly. And I kind of want to like have the book so I can see the costumes. And again, like, what if? I mean, no offense, but what if like the character sucks? And you kind of have to get into character to be able to like pose like them. At least for me, I did. Like it was kind of hard like, because some of the characters were like my original characters. Well, I already said this in my cosplay video, but like all of the Star Trek ones I do are my original characters, because those are the costumes that I had, and I just kind of saw this like whole thing that I thought could fit into the universe. And it's also kind of like a, you know, F you, CBS, I'm not going to let you try to sue me and take my hard-earned money from these ideas from characters and all this work I put into making these cosplays work. So F you guys. I'm going to do my own shit. Maybe in the future I'll be able to do it differently. But right now, I actually really like all of the Star Trek ones that I cosplayed as. In my own humble opinion. Maybe it's because I made them. But anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know. I was saying something. I don't remember. Guys, what the fuck was I talking about before I got distracted on Star Trek? I don't remember. Fuck. Oh well. Cosplay? Vampirella, sorry I'm late. Oh, Vampirella, I was talking about that. She's going to be in in the swimsuit. She'll be in the swimsuit edition. So don't worry, everyone that wanted me to cosplay as Vampirella. I'm going to. Just, I don't think anyone will complain when I do a swimsuit calendar. You know? Give myself a little time before summer. Can we cut straight to the swimsuit one now? No, I need to. Well, I'm always cold, but I live in Southern California, and there's a lot of beautiful places that I can go to actually like take on location photo shoots, and I need to wait until summertime. My cosplay makes Vampirella look like a nun. How? I haven't even cosplayed as Vampirella yet. No, I'll be in the full-on Vampirella costume. I kind of want to do that one at a graveyard. I'm kind of getting in that mindset that it's like I'm not gonna be young forever, and I really should work with what I have now. So I actually have, photo evidence that I looked this way when I'm 80. Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, I have like no pictures from I have some pictures when I was in high school, but all of college, I never, aside from when my roommate took pictures of me because she was a photographer and she used me as a model sometimes, but she's like, you always look angry. And I'm like, I have resting bitch face. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I don't really have very many, I guess, like full body shots of myself, except for like maybe some gym pics. And like maybe I had a couple concerts and then like me doing stupid poses to try to get reference material for class. And so I'm like, at least this, like Betty Page could look back on herself in her, in her twilight years and be like, yeah, I looked great back then. And like, there's some great pictures of my mom when she did beauty pageants. Cause my mom was like, I mean, me and my mom don't get along now, or we do get along now. We didn't get along, a long time ago. But, I mean, my mom was like basically a model. And I remember she told me like she turned down all of these jobs and stuff because she's like, no, I'm supposed to be a mom to my brother, mind you. And she's like, no, I make better money doing, the job that she was doing. And so my mom like was a waitress and she liked making tips because my mom likes talking to people, but also she's like a freaking historian. And so she can like look at any kind of, I don't like antique, I should say. And so she would travel all up and down the West Coast and like she knew it was like how I have useless knowledge about Star Wars and like Star Trek and stuff. Like she can just look at something and she can tell you who made it, where they made it, what collection it came from, and how much it's worth. And I remember when I was a kid, like she would take me with her on these like little adventures to go appraise like stuff. I mean, she did it for museums, for people, for private collectors and stuff. And it was funny because I had told my boyfriend's mom that and whatnot, but it's like it's kind of hard to like grasp like what that really means. And and it's like, oh, okay, so somebody that can appraise something, all right. But then my mom was like seeing their new house, and the boyfriend's mom had like some furniture from his grandparents, and she like wanted to keep their old bedroom set because it was like it's pretty, it's just small because I guess they made things small back then. But my mom, I guess, like knew everything about it, and she was telling the boyfriend's mom, and she's like, oh my god, your mom knows so much about this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's what she did. Water polo swimsuit pic. You guys do not want to see that. But so yeah, I kind of like, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone when I'm doing these projects and stuff. So, you know, I mean, I've worn Princess Leia cosplay out and about. Like, I've worn it to Disneyland. I went to Medieval Times, and this was for one of my birthdays. We went to Disneyland, and then we went to Medieval Times, and all of us just got, we all got fucking smashed. And we were like cheering on our squire. We had like the best squire, and we're like, the happier he is, the faster he'll bring us alcohol. And so, and take in mind, this was like Halloween weekend, and we're at Medieval Times, and I'm like cheering and whatnot, and we're like all cheering for our squire dude, whose name was Steve. And our night sucked. He died twice. He's like the first one to die. Later, he comes back, and then he dies again. And so there's like a bad guy that comes down from the north, and they're like, oh yeah, there's a traitor amongst you, which I think was the Red Knight. And so we were all just laughing. We're like, it's Jon Snow. It's Jon Snow. And so at the end, even though he's only in it for like 5 seconds, we all got like a big group picture. We're like, it's Jon Snow. And this is back when, you know, Game of Thrones was still good and popular. And then we went to go take a picture with the bad guy, who was the Red Knight, who looked like Jaime Lannister. And we're like, it's Jaime Lannister. And I swear, I have this picture. He picked me up and like held me, like, you know, like this, like, you know, when you hold a chick like in both arms and whatnot. And he, because I was in Slave Leia, and so we got a picture, and I'm like fucking smashed in the picture, but I'm laughing. But that's a picture I have of me in Slave Leia. I thought about it too. I'm like, he probably couldn't do that now. But he like stayed in character and he did it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get mad. That was epic. I got picked up by Jaime Lannister. Oh, what's up, Rhina? How you doing? How's it going? All right, got all of that kind of blotched in. Like Windy Lou Who. Let me see if I can find. It's gonna take me a minute to find that damn picture. I'll only show you guys it for a second, but it was fun. I always forget about it, and then I go through photos trying to find something, and I find that one. Okay, let's see. It was in Anaheim by Disneyland. Oh my goodness, my tulip. My phone is just full of pictures of my tulip. She's such a sweet little angel. Where is Medieval Times? Where is it? I mean, it's kind of by Disneyland, isn't it? All right, let's click on this one. Let's see. Not that far back. I think these are just going to be pictures of Disneyland. Oh, there's... Okay, 2015. Oh, there it is. All right, you guys ready? It's like... There you go. There's me in Slave Leia. It's not the most flattering picture of me, but it was funny. Everyone was like, you know, we all were drunk and we were laughing. Gosh, it's crazy to think how long ago that was. I remember I was dating this guy, and I hated this motherfucker. I hated him so much. I only was dating him because I felt bad. And I mean, he was nice. I was trying something different. I'm like, I will try dating someone that I'm not attracted to at all, but I have like a lot in common with. And he basically just wanted a trophy girlfriend. and whatnot. And I'm just like, no, not a good thing. And he hated Sav. And I'm just like, how can you hate my best friend? You did a pity date? I pity dated someone for like a year and a half. Well, I was trying. I'm like, you know what? Things aren't working out the way that I've been, like with guys that I have been dating. So why don't I try just dating a guy that I'm not attracted to, but I have a lot in common with? And so it was okay at first. Like, you know, I could tolerate it, but I don't know. I was never happy. And he just wanted a trophy girlfriend. That's it. And so, but he would get mad because I'm like, I have to work. Like, I'm in college. I need to get my homework done. You know, I need to go draw and paint in the lab for like, and I mean, it was all day. I had a lot of classes, and I'm like, each class, like the homework assignment is a minimum 20 hours worth of work, and I'm taking 5 classes. It was a lot. And so, but he would get so mad at me, but he would get mad and he's like, you're actually like a lesbian and you're cheating on me with Sav. And I'm like, what the fuck, you crazy bastard? And he's like, you're always with her. I'm like, I'm always with my best friend. How shocking. Women totally never do that. And he's like, you guys are always like in the lab. And I'm like, we're taking the same fucking classes and it's the best computer lab. Like, what on? I was just, yeah, it was a bad time. And then moved out, and then Peaches finally found out that I was single. And then Peaches was like, he's like, I'm not going to miss this opportunity. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you liked me. I'm like, this beautiful, beautiful man who is way out of my league is into me. And I was just with a guy that I wasn't attracted to at all. I'm like, this is like a dream come true. And then had begun the journey of me and Peaches. Upgrade, yeah, majorly. Huge fucking upgrade. And I'm like, Mofo, why couldn't you have told me like years ago that you were into me? You would have saved me so much time. And he's like, you always had a boyfriend. I'm like, I didn't have a boyfriend when I met you. And he was like, I didn't know that. And I was like, yeah, it's probably for the best. So we would have been doing a long distance for even longer than we actually did. And if there's one thing that Peaches got, it's patience. But I had no idea. I'm so oblivious when it comes to that kind of stuff. I can't tell if a guy is into me unless they're like very, very straightforward about it. I think that's one of the things that I liked about internet dating, that it cut out all of like the bullshit and whatnot. Like if you got like, apps like Tinder or something like that, it's like, all right, this person's into me, I'm into them, great. We cut out all of that awkward middle ground, So everyone, please smash the like button, please and thank you. Trying to think of like stories to tell while I'm painting. not the best storyteller, I think, when I'm trying to get work done. This conversation I was talking with Peaches, I'm like, I feel like I'm so boring. I'm like, I don't know. So I was telling her, I was like, I've done a couple of streams, and this, unless I'm like really feeling it, I feel like I just bore everyone. So I'm like, it's better if I just don't say anything. And then he's just like, well, he's like, you can have like absolutely nothing to say on what people are talking about and still be the most interesting person. It's how you tell the story that counts. And he's like, it's all about the delivery. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right, but maybe I don't have good timing or everything. How many cosplays are left in this calendar? I'm not sure. How many do I have left? I think maybe 4 or 5. But I mean, all of the cosplays are done. I just need to make the cosplay videos for you guys to like watch. The lowest one should be out tomorrow, I think. I'm going to launch that one tomorrow. I'm debating on if I should do it tomorrow or Thursday. Just because the time that I usually do it is when me and Jesse have our show, and I don't want to like premiere a video when we have a show going on, which is usually why I do it Tuesdays, but then I didn't finish editing it because the rainstorm. Tell us the story of how you met Cecil. Peaches was being very nice about your storytelling. I know it's bad. You know what I think it is? He knows that he knows I can visually tell a story. I guess I'm not the best when it comes to words. So he's like, you can do it. He's just like, it's not like, it's not the quick wit. I'm not a very witty person. So it's like, I envy people that have a good wit. $10 for a cup of soup? Yeah. Yeah, I already kind of told, like I did a little spoiler reveal of the thumbnail so people could get excited about it. What do you guys think? Should I premiere the video tomorrow or should I premiere it on Thursday before the Jack show? Nice big hair on here. Tomorrow, that way there will be a whole day where people can see it and order it before the closing. Yeah, good idea. I'll just premiere it a little bit earlier, I guess. So one of the questions that somebody asked me earlier that I was in the middle of telling another story, so I didn't really finish my point, was so picking colors. Again, that has a lot to do with color theory. And so if you have a better understanding of color theory, it's obviously going to help you. But so what I look at it is I'm like, okay, I see what colors are there. And what can I do to enhance those colors to create something that's both beautiful but accurate? And so I really like to enhance the colors that are there and, you know, kind of up the saturation. And so it brings out, like, if there's like blue in the shadow, then I like to enhance that blue and make it really blue. And then if there's like yellow in the light, I like to bring that out a little bit more. And so, like, so that way it's still subtle. Like right here, this is, you know, obviously more purples and stuff than what's actually in. Tomorrow is Thursday. Okay, then never mind. Today. You're right. Today sometime. Okay, so I knew I shouldn't have added that black in. It's going to cause problems right now. But so, what should I call it? I like to enhance the pigments that are there. And so it, sorry, like in the zone, enhancing the pigments that are already there. So that way it can look like the photo or the reference that I'm painting, but it gives it a little bit more oomph, a little bit more storytelling, I feel, and makes it prettier. And so that's always my goal. My goal is like, how can I make this prettier than it is while still being accurate? Maybe that's just because I'm a girl. I don't really like things like be grotesque, or like some people like ultra realism where you can see every pore, and I'm not about that. I'm like, no, fuck that. I don't want to see like everyone's pores on a normal day. You know, why would I want to do that to someone? So I just try to enhance what's already there. It's not the next day until Anna has slept, even after midnight. Exactly. Exactly. Get on my clock. You don't want to see pores, but you love Dr. Pimple Popper? Well, I mean, that's different. That's like I'm getting the satisfaction from watching something be cleaned. But when I'm painting, it's like you want it to be flattering, right? Why would you paint something if it's, unless it's supposed to be grotesque, wouldn't you want something to be like as beautiful as possible? And so, I don't know. I'm like, I don't see showing somebody's pimples as flattering, you know? Like, I would be pissed off if someone did a painting of me and they included like all of my flaws. I'm like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Some people like it. What type of sci-fi book? Space opera? No, think more along the lines of like Riddick or Predator. Definitely a lot of aliens. Or things you might think are aliens. The sci-fi book, it's actually the main character is modeled after my mom. So, you know, my mom will never let me live it down. But my mom, we didn't get along when I was a kid, but I give her credit where credit is due. My dad got me into Star Trek and stuff like that. And my dad, you know, got me into a lot of things. But my mom really liked, you know, monster movies and Godzilla. And she was the one that would like take us to go buy movies and stuff. And so, you know, she really liked that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't have been introduced to that kind of stuff if it wasn't for my mom. And I also know she'll yell at me if I don't do something for her. So the main character is going to look like my mom when she was younger. And it's going to be kind of like, I guess, based kind of on my mom. But personality is going to be different. Space Sandy. Yeah, so if anyone gets mad, they're like, why does she have blonde hair and green eyes? I'm like, it's my mom. And they'll be like, oh. You guys want to see a picture of my mom when she was young? When I told the artist, they were like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Your main character is based on your mom. You guys can see that's me and my mom on my first Christmas. Let me see. There's a better picture of her when she's holding. See, there's my mom. Let's see. Trying to find the one where she's, oh, here it is, where she's holding my brother. This picture is really red, but this is my mom and my brother. I'm pretty sure this picture's from the 70s. I need to find the picture of her when she was like Miss something. I think this is when she's like a freshman in high school. You look like her. I have her head. Like, we have the same face shape, and I have her nose. But the rest of me is like all my dad. Like, I have my dad's eyebrows. I have my dad's smile. It's funny because when people see me, well, they immediately like, oh my God, you look just like your dad. And then they see me with my mom and like, oh my God, you look just like your mom. So I get both. But yeah, I got more of my dad's genes and everything too when I did Ancestry.com. You two look like twins. I don't think so. I think now maybe that I'm more blonde, but my whole life everyone's like, you look just like your dad. Especially when I was little, I looked just like my dad. I'm a blonde, or not blonde, I'm a like brown little monkey baby. You just look similar. I always think of the documentaries on serial killers. Yeah, luckily my mom wasn't those serial killers types. Also, my mom wouldn't have put up with, guys like Ted Bundy and stuff like that. I should ask her about that. I'm like, you were alive. That's crazy. My parents were alive when all that shit went down. My parents are kind of old. I should ask them what that was like. I can't believe I've never had this conversation with my mom. Yeah, do you remember the day? Tell me, you guys in the chat, what day did Ted Bundy like get caught? Or what year was that? Was that the 60s? No, it's got to be a little bit later. When was that? I know my parents were alive. They had to be. My parents were born in the 50s. They're like actual boomers. She kind of looks like Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, yeah, kind of. She's not tall like her, but my mom's super short. My mom's shorter than me. We all tease that my aunt is like legally should be a dwarf because she's so short. He killed in the 70s, got arrested in the 80s, and executed in the 90s. Okay, then my mom would have been the perfect. Oh my god, my mom was like a young girl. Like my dad graduated high school in 75, and I think my mom graduated in 76 or 77. I'm sure it was 76. Oh my god, my mom was like his prime, like the prime age when he was doing all that shit. I need to ask her about that. That's terrifying. I could have not been alive if my mom would have lived in the states Ted Bundy was in. But he didn't go after blondes. He liked brunettes. So I guess like my mom was safe there. Oh, that's terrifying. Gosh, now I would do one. Like, how did I not call my mom or ask my mom about that? Yo, Mom, remember Ted Bundy? What happened? I mean, I feel like if I asked my parents, like, oh, I don't remember. He confessed to 30 killings. Yeah, but we know he did more. That was so disturbing, like when you hear like him say, oh yeah, I want you to spread my ashes in the mountains. I had some of the best times of my life there. It's like, you fucking weirdo. Freaking psychopath. What about Robert Rodriguez, the Night Stalker? When did that happen? All my dates are like super off right now. No, spread his ashes, not his ass, you degenerate. Maybe I said it. I don't know. Oh my god, that means my parents could have watched that court case like live when it happened. I remember my parents talking about the OJ stuff and whatnot, but I mean, I don't think I was even born when that happened. But I remember them like talking about it, like, oh, it's like the anniversary of like OJ and like the white car, and I thought everyone was talking about orange juice. I'm like, what is it? I was like, I thought it was like an orange juice commercial that I missed. My parents were like, no, the guy killed his wife. OJ was in 93. Yeah, I wasn't alive yet. Oh no, my parents would be up to date on all that stuff. I need to ask them about the Ted Bundy thing. I'm like, what was it like? Fuck, were they alive for the Mansons too? They must have been kids. Yeah, they were born in the 50s, so they were kids in the 60s. God, I gotta ask him all about this stuff. Night Stalker lived in San Francisco. Have you seen the serial killer Rodney? Also the dating game in the 70s. It's on YouTube. He won. No. I want to look that up. Can we watch that? Now it's like I want to watch a trailer for this show where apparently this guy is a murderer that got away. I'm sure Sad knows about it. Down the highway with my brothers live. Oh. June 7th, 2013. I watched the one on freaking Netflix about the Robert Rodriguez, and it was just all about like one of the cops. I'm like, this is boring. I thought you guys had like some unseen footage or something. It's no offense to the cop, but I'm like, I didn't watch this for your experience. I wanted to see like the trial and shit. I always like the joke though, where it's like serial killers, like convicted felons, can find women that'll marry him. What movie was that in? He's like, and I can't even get a date. Maybe that was like in The Office. The Golden State Killer was loose for a long time, lived all over California. Yeah. Yeah, didn't he just get caught? Like because of DNA or something? I remember Peach is telling me something about it. He's like, they finally got the Golden State Killer. And I'm like, oh, cool. There was one guy, I remember I stopped to get gas and for whatever reason, I guess I looked like Pocahontas because my hair was in braids and I had face paint on. And there was something wrong with my truck and I was trying to fix it, like while I was filling up with gas. And this weird guy came up to me and he was like, he had like a really big black truck and he was telling me about how he was an artist and he's just like, oh, you look like Pocahontas. And I was like, thanks. And he was like trying to fix whatever it was that I was fixing, like something on my engine like was coming loose or something. I knew exactly what it was and I was just trying to fix it. but Peaches wasn't there, so couldn't help me. And this guy was like, oh yeah, I have the perfect tools over in my workshop. It's like this big warehouse, like right down the street. He's like, you should come. And I'm like, this is how a horror movie starts, and this is how you die. And I'm like, no, it's okay. My boyfriend will fix it. We live close by. I'll be able to make it home. And he like just kept insisting that I come to his art studio warehouse. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is how I die. This is how I get murdered. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. And I was like, fucker knows my license plate number and whatnot. And I'm just like, this is scary. And he was like really creepy. Like he was not, like he was being nice in a creepy way, where it's like, this guy is being way too nice and way too insistent. So I was like, yeah, no. And he kept calling me Pocahontas. And I'm like, and one thing that was like a huge red flag is he asked me if I was a good Catholic girl. And I'm like, red flag. I'm like, why? Are you going to sacrifice me to your gods or something? Like, oh my God. He needs your help to get a mattress into a van? Oh my God. Yeah, that's how I die. That's one thing. Like, some people are like, oh, that's weird that you like to watch serial killers documentaries. And I'm like, no. That's the point. Is so that way if you are aware of like the signs and the red flags, you can survive and not become a victim of a fucking serial killer. Right? And it's like one thing, because like a lot of girls, I think, especially, it's like you don't want to be rude. And so if like a guy is being like very persistent and stuff, it's like, I feel like all of us are just kind of afraid of like offending. And, you know, because it's like, you never know. Like, obviously not everyone's a serial killer. Somebody could just be nice and you're just taking it the wrong way. And so it's like it's always that line that at least me personally am afraid to cross. And I know like a lot of girls that are the same way and whatnot, but then that's what gets you into trouble if you don't know the warning signs. Like insisting I go back to some art warehouse where he does metal sculptures, some strange guy calling me Pocahontas and asking me if I'm a good Catholic girl. I mean, who's also like at least 65 years old, but like still not unhealthy, I should say, for a 65-year-old. Like, I'm like, this guy looks like he could probably kill me with his bare hands if he wanted to. Yeah, not happening. Not going back to some weird warehouse to get something fixed when literally my boyfriend can just fix it when I get home. Yeah, not happening. And I told Peaches, and he's like, oh, you don't feel like getting murdered tonight? I'm like, no, not really. And we had like gone to like something for like his work and whatnot. But I had been working this like gig before, which is why I had like my hair in braids, and I don't think I was dressed like Pocahontas, but I had on like face paint and like it was like princess glitter face paint and whatnot. So I mean, I guess I can kind of see where the guy was like, "Oh, you look like Pocahontas." He was probably blasting new metal out of his truck, like heavy death metal, and I was inside the mattress into the van. Yeah, no, I'm not. I was like, every single red flag. And I'm like, this is literally how a horror movie starts. And I'll get killed. And then it'll be Peaches looking for me. And I'm like, yeah, no. Not falling for this. And Peaches like, yeah, you probably would have died. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thing is, I know so many girls that would like just be like, oh yeah, totally. It's like, no, that's how you die. That's how you die. Mm-hmm. But what if he looked like Henry Cavill? Huh. You should say I'm going for a late AIDS test. AIDS test. Yeah, that might have worked. No, but then he's like, oh, I got it too. No problem. I remember one of my friends actually tried that, like where she's like, oh no, I can't go out. I gotta take like this test for this STD. And the guy responded, he was like, oh my God, you have that? So do I. Like, you don't need to get tested. And she was like, block. Fuck that shit. And it's like, he wasn't going to offer up that information if she hadn't, you know? And I'm like, oh my God. Terrible. But in California, they have that. They removed that like law where it's, you don't have to tell someone if you have it or not. I'm like, that's fucking terrible. Because before, it's like if you knew that you had it, you had to legally tell a person before like engaging in sexual activities with them. And now you don't, because it's like, oh, that can be considered like discrimination. And I'm like, so somebody not wanting to get AIDS is discrimination? Like, give me a break. I live in a clown world. How come all of you guys are awake? I feel like it's got to be late for most people. Or super early. So why are all of you awake? Morning in the UK. No, that's all right. You're excused. Got it late, so you painted and dropped in. All right. I was wondering if anyone would be confessing to being a vampire in the chat, but I guess you guys all have some legit excuses. I'll give you guys a pass this time. It's 12:43 here in Finland. You're in Finland? Holy crap. I didn't know I had such an international audience right now. Well, hello, everyone else around the globe. I feel like I'm taking a lot longer on this than I usually do. Alrighty. Mm. I think I messed this part up. what the sticker is on my screen. They're from the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie. This is Sir Didymus and Ambrosius, and then this is the worm. It's like, come inside, have a cup of tea. And he's like, just kept on going down that way. She had gone straight to the castle. I love that movie. A lot of people don't get it. You're like, oh, it's got pedo vibes. It's like, that's not, no. This is her fantasy. And spoiler alert, most women, even if you're teenagers, don't really fantasize about boys. We fantasize about men. I feel like people lose that. Like, when I was a kid, when I was watching movies, I was like Antonio Banderas. He was like 30 and I was like 7. I'm like, yeah, I like Antonio Banderas. What can I say? That's why girls like that movie. Thought they were from Bugs Life. No. It's from Labyrinth. Look up Labyrinth with David Bowie, you'll see. You haven't seen Labyrinth? Gosh. Go watch it, it's so good. Dance magic, dance magic, dance magic. Oh, damn it, I forgot to add his freckles. Yeah, he's got a couple freckles. Let me add those real fast. Probably should have done that before I signed this, but... No, Ludo, I'm disappointed. His sticker's on my iPad. I have the goblins on there too. Somebody's saying she didn't age as well as Selma Hayek. No one is going to age as well as Selma Hayek because no one else has a husband that has $100 billion. He doesn't have $100 billion anymore because he donated a lot of it to rebuild Notre Dame. But, yeah. Don't blame other women if they don't age as well as Selma Hayek. She's got a credit card as even more unlimited than most women in Hollywood with rich husbands. Which, when you see her husband, you'll get really depressed because it's like, that's what she married. And it sucks because they only had one kid, and the kid looks more like the husband than she does Selma. It's unfortunate. All right, I think that's good. Alrighty. There we go. Now let's move over here and start editing this bad boy. Let's move the heater too. So I keep my toesies warm. Now let's get my drink. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of my little painting? Oof. That was a lot, I feel like. Alright, now one thing's for sure. I really have to pee. But I'll wait until after the stream. Are you afraid of dead air? Not really. I'd say it looks good, but Shane yelled at me for saying that. Why would Shane yell at you for saying it looks good? All right, let's see. All right. And the video is done. So all of that down to 45 seconds, guys. He was like, we spend all this time on stuff and people just say it looks good. Oh, well, so yeah, actually tell me, what's your favorite part of this? Oh, you know what? Let me turn up the brightness. It's really dark. Yeah, right there. What is your favorite part about this painting? Let me know. Is it the colors I used? Is it the freckles? Is it the eyebrow? What is it? The tone? You talking? Freckly, you've captured the emotion quite well. It's mesmerizing how you turn oil paints into something this realistic. Contrast, you talking about the creepy guy who wanted to kill you. My eyelashes are on point. Any chance for highlights in the eyebrow? No, there's not really any in the picture, but if you could see, it's not going to look as good on my camera, but once you see in the video, you can see that there's like a little bit of a fade. Come on. All right. Let's post this. I've got a good monitor. I'm sure you have a good monitor. I just don't have a good internet connection. Everything looks bad, I think, at least. All right, it's ready. You guys, let me post this on Twitter so I can get this. so I can get it full screen for you guys. All right, let's pull this up. It's loading. Well, while it's loading, I'll share with you guys my Instagram. All right. There it is. There's Tom. All right, let's go. Look at all of these days. Oh, look. Oh, beautiful. There's 3. Ah, there's 3 with the... What color would those be? Like burnt orange. Then it's all with the black background, all of the eyes. Ah, beautiful. I love it when it's all organized like that. But I think it's posted on Twitter. So when it's on my art Twitter, which is at art TSWG, and here we go. All right, we can make it big. Let me share this. My regular account. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Full time lapse. This is the 29th eye that I painted. 29th. Also, guys, if you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button, please, and thank you. Everything you guys watched down to 45 seconds. What do you think? What do you think? You got a long way to go. I know, but I knew that this was going to be a big project. So, I knew that going in. Instagram, you can actually see the canvas texture. Yeah, let's see. Let's watch it on Instagram then. It looks kind of blurry here. Oh yeah, it's much better on Instagram. Actually, it's better when I don't make it bigger. I don't know. Yeah. I think Instagram is more made for this kind of stuff, so maybe that's why the quality's better. An iCalendar would power it. Oh my goodness. Does watching time lapses reveal anything about your techniques to improve on or anything? Well, I mean, yeah, I know what I need to improve on. I need to be faster and I need to be better with whatchamacallit. How do I explain this? With like the transitions between my color choices, that at least I personally think so. But there's a lot that I need to improve on. And that's the point of doing this. I'm getting better. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I've improved? I think at least my speed has improved. If nothing else. We don't have the original to go by. Well, yes, you do. If you go on here, you will be able to see all the way back to the beginning. So this was the very first one I painted. Then this was the second one that I painted. There you go. A little time lapse for you. Yeah, because see, I'm like blending. I blended out the eye. Yeah. So that was the second one I painted. I think I've gotten better at my colors, you know? I think my colors have definitely improved. Yeah, I think I've gotten faster. I think that I've gotten not as afraid of putting high contrast values together, and also my color choices. I'm getting a little bit more confident in my ability to mix, to put like not naturally occurring pigments in skin, but still giving the illusion of skin. I think I've improved on that. If you guys know, if you guys think you know something that I've improved on, let me know. But yeah. Is there one that you guys think is like your favorite? Yes, it looks richer. Thank you. I do need to get a little bit more confident in painting. Like, I feel like I went too light on some skin tones that I painted. What number are you on? 29. I just finished the 29th, so the next one will be the 30th. White people be light. Yeah, but I mean, not all of them is light. Or white people. I think these two are Hispanic. I think she's Hispanic. Frega's Portuguese. I think most of her said that he was Egyptian. I think he's Hispanic. This gentleman, I believe, is Hungarian. I think this gentleman is Spanish. So I mean, got a lot of different. Which one? There's an Australian in here. Let me see. Where's the Australian? We got the Australian right here. Got an Aussie to represent. I'm Egyptian / Finnish. Oh, that's random. Yeah, I believe she's Hispanic. Yeah. Yeah, so lots of mixed. I believe this gentleman is black. Yeah. Yeah. I'd guess that this gentleman is probably, I'd say like, if he's Mexican, like Mexican from Mexico City, because they have a lot of like the Spanish blood in them from like the conquistadors. So if you actually go to Mexico City, there's like a lot of people there that have like blonde hair and blue eyes, but they're Mexican. You know? So it just depends. People are so mixed nowadays that like personally, I don't think you can really tell too much. 400,000 anime eyes. Is there one that's your favorite so far? If you click on them, here's my art Instagram. Let me see. If you guys want to go in there and click on like them and tell me which one you guys. Oh, this girl is actually, I wanted to do a little test, so I really like people that have albinism, because I think it's fascinating, and I love like the colors and everything. So this is actually a German model, but she's got albinism, and so that's one that I painted. But yeah, and go look through. Tell me which one is your favorite. I like those weird ones. Which one? Which one's the weird one? This is Graham Nolan. I don't know what Graham Nolan's ethnicity is, but that's his eye. Yeah. Number 5. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah? This is the one that Ethan and all the guys were giving me shit on. Yeah. They said I should have painted his other eye, but I'm like, I like this eye. I like the one when I like it when you put a left eye next to a right eye. Yeah. The eyelashes are getting better. Yeah, I figured out what brush I needed to use to do that. Also, guys, we are only 7 likes away from 100 likes. If any of you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Be awesome of you. Yeah, I think this is a cool eye. Yeah. I believe I did. I believe this. I believe these two actually have that. That's where what is it? Heterochromia. No, where they have like spots in their eyes. These two do. And then he actually, even though his eyes, you know, this eye was damaged due to I believe it was a shotgun. He has a blue eye and a brown eye, so he does. He's got 2 different colored eyes. Oh, can somebody? Is that a spammer? Did I get it? Did it work? Yeah. I like Cecil's eye. Cecil hasn't been painted yet. Oh, I need to start hanging these things up. Wouldn't that be just weird if I just have a million eyes behind me? I see Cinnamon is winning. Let's see. Anna, the eyeball girl. Uncomfortable much? Yeah, I know. Well, you have a lot of eyes watching, so why not add more? Oh, I know, right? Ooh, we're only 3 likes away from 100. Please smash the like button. Please and thank you. Let's watch the one from yesterday. Welcome to the eyeball shack. I know. Somebody will come in here and think I'm a serial killer. Day 12 might be my favorite. All right, once this is done playing, I'll go check out day 12. Is there like a certain color eye you guys prefer me, like you guys like seeing me paint? Let me see. Make an eye art installation and charge $10 for every Instagram pic with an installation as BG. No, I'm going to just I'm going to book like an art gallery, and or if I rent a studio, I might just do it out of my studio. Okay, which one's 12? What's this one? Okay, that's 10. You like the one with the makeup? You like Adriana's eye? Yeah, I request that no one wear makeup, but she sent in a bunch of different pictures, and then the lighting was the best in this one, but she was wearing makeup. I just felt like it really like brought out her eye, like the color in her eye. She's got really pretty green eyes. Serial killer. The Chucky painting might add to the theory. Good thing you sold the painting of a serial killer. Can't remember which one. Yeah, I can't. Who the fuck was I painting? I was either painting Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer. I can't fucking remember. I always get them mixed up. And I was like not even close to being finished. Like you guys watch me paint, so you see how I was like at this stage of it. This is the stage I was at when like the guy wanted to buy it from me, and then I didn't even get close to finishing. I didn't even get to the blending process. It was like this, where it was like big blotches of paint, you know? Here, how much grams? But yeah. Yeah. I've gotten a few gingers that have been kind enough to volunteer. I need more. I asked Geeky Sparkles if she would like to volunteer, and she never responded to me, so I'm assuming that was a no. But I figured I would ask. Let's go through. Let's watch this one. Once I get done with these, I put them into a folder, and I'm trying to like keep them all compiled together so that way I can whatchamacallit, so I can make sure I get the information for which ones want like what color leafing and whatnot. I already started leafing some, like most of his is almost done being leafed. All right. Eyes are the window to the soul after all. Anna, you can't just throw around a G word with a hard R-E-R. A ginger? Why cannot? They have no souls. Why can't I say ginger? Gingers have no souls. Ginger? No, it's ginger. Gingers have no souls, remember? Like what I try to do when people have brown eyes is I put kind of like a blue rim around the eye, because that actually, if you look at people that have brown eyes, they usually have that. Anyway, so I think it adds to the interest, if I do say so myself. Yeah, this little guy I think is like 5 years old. Somebody like, this is the son and then this is the wife's eye. You can watch. The eye above that one. Which one? like how we're just casually going through eyes. So the next person that I'm going to be painting is Caroline. She's got some pretty eyes. We should just say one eye. It's like a blue-green, but it's like really dark. So that one will be fun. It's with a cool light, and then there's a warm shadow. So that's going to be fun. Kind of the opposite. Or, which one? Let's see. Opposite of what you'd usually see. Like all the shadows are really, really warm. Yeah. Let's see. This is the one I did the other day. I'm trying to see if I have. So the next, let's see. There's somebody that's coming up that's a ginger. Number 38 and then number 48 are both gingers. And then, let's see. I'm like, number 77 is a ginger. Number 94 is a ginger. Yeah. Oh, number 154 is a ginger. But yeah. The Lonely Man from the Incredible Hulk is their theme song. Yeah, I guess they can. I don't know. But yeah, everyone, let me see. Did we get to 100 likes? We did. We got exactly to 100 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me for the past 2 hours and 40 minutes. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I know it was a random late night stream. It started at 12:50 or maybe a little bit after 12:50. But yeah, been a great stream. Got some painting done, and now all I have to do is whatchamacallit, do a lot of other work. So this is technically my morning right now, so it's about lunch. I'd say it's about 11 a.m. for me. So now what I get to do is I get to go inside my nice warm house. I'm going to take a shower and then blow dry my hair. And then I'll come back out here to the shed after, well, it's like I need to edit this video and release it. But maybe I'll just do, I don't know. I'll either do my makeup before or after. But got some stuff I got to do. So it'll be fun. Nearly 2 p.m. here. I don't know what time zone is it right now where it's 11 in the morning, because whatever time zone that is, that's the time that I'm on. No, I'm not smelly. My hair is just crazy, and the only way to calm it down is to wash it. Unfortunately, like no amount of straightening will fix it right now. It's cold. Is it cold out there right now? It's fucking freezing. I think Dubai. Yeah, let's see. Oh, you know what? I got that clock on my phone. Let's see. What time zone is it? 11. World clock. Oh, London. It's 11:38 a.m. All right, I'm on London time. I'm on the UK time, guys. Cool. 11 in Portugal. Oh, maybe I should say that. I'm on Portuguese time. I'm on Portuguese time. 11:38 a.m. in the UK. All right, that's what I'm on. UK time. Let's see. Let's see. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you guys could do me a favor, after this video, or I guess this live stream is done, would you guys mind, if you can, to leave me a comment on it? It helps with my interaction. And the more interaction that this channel gets, the more maybe YouTube will finally, be nice to me about it. Because I was talking to my YouTube manager, and he's supposed to help me with all my channels, but he's like, oh yeah, you don't have very much interaction on that channel. Because I was like, well, I would like it if, I got 6,000 people subscribed to it, if, they could get my notifications and stuff. I know some of them do, which is great, but not everyone does. And I know I stream at weird hours, but yeah. And it's like, I would kind of like to grow this channel and, maybe make something special out of it, because a lot of people seem to like it, which is awesome. Very kind, very humbled by it. But if you guys could leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you guys have any questions you guys want me to answer in my next live stream, let me know in the comment section, so that way I can answer them. So that way, do you have another Odyssey channel for this one? No, but that's a good idea. I should set that up. What was I saying? But yeah, if you guys have any art questions, ask me in the comment section for this video. And if there's something that you guys are interested in me talking about, more specifically, if you have a question about color theory, or a certain type of painting technique that I've been doing, or what colors I'm using and stuff like that, or if there's a type of tutorial stream that you guys want me to do, let me know. Also, I do have membership availability for this channel. I just really don't like the way that the memberships work on YouTube. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of shady, and I don't really know what it is that you guys would want. So if you have an idea, let me know in the comment section, because I can think of stuff that I would want, but that might not necessarily be something that you would want. So let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys want to watch? Let's watch an eye video. This is the eye stream. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. My cosplay video will be up sometime later today once I get it finished edited. There's a lot of stuff in it that's funny, and I don't want to cut it out, but I need to, because it's going to be long if I don't. That's what she said. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Leave me a comment on the way out. Smash the like button on the way out. And until next time, have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone.